Hello everybody, this is Jen, and I am here to share my 5th process video for Project Life, and this is my week 9. I'm pulling out my planner. I showed you it was week 9, which is February 23rd through March 1st for me, and I did design that planner. I have the digital format in my Etsy shop. If you are interested, I will link it below. And I'm starting with my title card, and it's just going to have the dates on it. That title card is from the 12 by 12 collection, the Midnight Edition. I got it from HSN. It's the actual Becky Higgins Midnight Edition 12 by 12 papers. So I'm just putting February 23rd through March 1st, and I'm using the glitter thickers, and they're called LAX, L-A-X. Once I get those on there and lined up, I'm going to pull that old cardstock sticker pack out from the Paper Studio, which I'm still trying to use up. And I'm going to find a snowflake sticker because there is lots of snow on this layout still. Layer that underneath the March. I'm going to try and use that sticker, but it's not going to go, at least not on this card. Then I pull out my paper plate of blue embellishments. My colors this week are black and blue. And then I found this little snowman tag or snowflake tag from the Fancy Frills Doodlebug collection. And I'm trying to use up my Christmas and winter stuff, well, my winter stuff before winter is over. As far as my Project Life goes, it's July, winter's been over, but I would really like to use up some of my sticker sheets that I have laying around. And I actually managed to use one up on this layout. So I give up here in a second and I find my Fancy Frills Doodlebug washi tape. And I'm going to put that in the upper right hand corner. And in just a minute I'm going to find my Jolies, some very old Jolies that I have, and they are snowflakes with crystals on them. And I'm going to put that on that card too. Right now I'm going on to the second card, and the card is from the Becky Higgins Mini Project Life kit, and it's the dogs kit. And I'm just going to mount that picture of both of my dogs on a piece of mint or bluish paper from a scrap from a 6x6 pad. And then I pulled this scrap out. I cut it down to 3x4, went around the edges, and I'm just going to mat those two photos of my dogs with that black cardstock just by sticking it on the back. Then I didn't get it lined up, so now I have to cut it off. And those are my dogs. I finally got both of their pictures together, and that is King and Link, and they are Great Pyrenees. There's that Jolie's I found. I'm going to put on the title card. And then I'm going to pull out my Daily Flash alphas, and they come with both the little tiny text stickers in the mint color, and then they also come in this cursive font. So I'm just putting Link down at the bottom picture, and then King on the opposite side of the upper picture there. And then I'm going to title the whole card Fur Babies. I finally got pictures of both of them together, and I got both of them in the same week, which I haven't been able to do in quite some time. At least pictures that I have lots of pictures of them, but pictures that are good enough to print. Okay, so I got that title done. And I'm just looking for something else to put on there, and I find this geotag with the 2 on it. And that's from a Studio Calico kit a while back. So for the two of them, I'm rounding my corners with my Stampin' Up! Corner Rounder. And that card is from Studio Calico. It says, "Good morning." I have another picture of my daughter, and I made her eggs again for breakfast. It was another test day. So I found this scrap of navy and white stripes, and it's not even at all. So I'm just going to layer those pictures on top of it so you can't see the extremely crooked side. And just a blue heart. It's a die cut, leftover die cut from something. And I'm looking through this Imaginations letter, word stickers, and it says I pulled out the ones that say TikTok because I knew I would never find anything else to put those on, and it's just because it's a morning picture, time to get up. And then I just journaled on there that it's time to wake up, and I did some faux stitching. And then on that card, that is a cut and paste card from the Becky Higgins cut and paste edition, and I used a Derwent pastel in Terre Verte, and it is like just a pastel pencil. I actually have two of them. I got them in like a grab bag at my Packed Hands. And then I stuck a cut and paste label sticker, and it just says, "You're amazing." Not love this card. I'm pretty sure that's a Midnight Edition card. And then I have that on the next, that card I have a music lover, and that is a Studio Calico label sticker. And that's my boyfriend. He's playing the guitar, and the dogs are both sitting there listening to him. Well, they lay there and listen to him. And then on this card with the hearts, that's that flash of color I was talking about. And I found a MME label sticker from the cut and paste collection, and it just says, "Love this guy." And I matted that picture on some black cardstock. And then I found this label, not sure, or it's not a label, it's a die cut, and it came in one of my die cut packages. I'm not sure which one. And it was of a record player, so I stuck that behind there. And then this card is from the Midnight Collection also, and it's the 12 by 12 sheet cut down to 4 by 6 card. And I'm using a 6 by 6, I think it's the cut and paste scrap in that mint color, and then also a piece of 3 by 4 black journaling card from Becky Higgins. And it says how the times have changed with those daily flash stickers. And the story behind this photo is that I was at school. I recently graduated from college, and I was an adult student, so I was, I guess, what do they call it? The not normal student, like not the kid straight out of high school that's coming to college and getting their degree. I'm an adult. I already had a degree, and I came back to get my bachelor's. And I was walking down the hallway, and I was looking at the advertisements or where they post stuff, and there was a poster for a drag show for drag queens, and that's exactly, I took the picture, and I thought, wow, how times have changed. So I'm just journaling about that, how things have changed so much since I was young, and I wonder how things are going to change in the future. Like, and I mentioned this last time that we should really include current events. So in my planner last week, I wrote about, or the week before, I wrote about the legalizing gay marriages. So and on this one I've just put, I wonder if, and my thinking behind it was, I wonder if people in the future are going to look at how we didn't, as a society, accept gay rights and marriage, like back 50 or 60, 70 years ago, how they had segregation and stuff like that. And that's kind of like my lines of thinking. I'm just wondering if that's how people are going to look at the way we thought as a generation. How are they going to look at that in the future? So that's what that card is about, and I'm trying to include more current events in my project life. So the next card is again a 4x6 card from the Midnight Collection 12x12 paper, and it's gray. It has little white hearts on it. I took a cardstock sticker from the paper studio that I'm trying to get rid of. It says My Little Eskimo, and it has a picture of my daughter there, extremely bundled up because it was cold and snowy, and it was probably morning time. She was probably tired. And then I had some navy Studio Calico stars, but they kind of look like snowflakes or Christmas ornaments, so I put those on there. And then a big blue arrow pointing to her. And now this card, which is the first card of the second page, is a Midnight Edition also from the 12x12 collection that I cut down. And I've been trying to use up that bingo card forever. I have no idea where it came from. And this was a picture of me and my daughter Madison, and her grandma went to Columbus to see my great grandma, and it was to celebrate her 84th birthday. So I found a happy birthday in a teal and yellow, and then I used the 8 and the 4 number geotags from Studio Calico on that card. And then this card is me and Madison in the same event. We took her out to dinner, and it's just a bunch of selfies. I have to get my mug shot on there, so I wanted to make sure that I was on there somewhere. And I just found a scrap of paper to stick under there. There's an MME cut and paste label sticker. It says date, time, place, so I fill that out with a teal Sharpie. And then I used some more of that Fancy Frills washi tape from Doodlebug. And the cupcake label that kind of sort of goes with the happy birthday label on the adjacent card. Now this is a picture while we were sitting outside waiting at the restaurant for the table to be called, because great grandma couldn't stand there and wait half hour for a table. There was this restaurant across the street. It was like 8 lanes of traffic. So we sat there, and the lights were, some of the lights on the name of the restaurant were out because it was dark, and the lights were out on it. So we sat there for a half hour trying to figure out what the name of this place was, and the best we could come up with was that it said Senior Seafood. So I labeled this card Senior Seafood, and it's a Studio Calico card, and it says My Faves, because we laughed about that. And we still laugh about it. We have, from nowhere, we're just like, oh, it's Senior Seafood. And so I told the story, and I just journaled it in my teal Sharpie. We still, to this day, we almost left and drove across the street, but the reminder, come get your table thing wouldn't have worked, so we decided not to. And then this card here is my little splash of color, and it says, on those hexagons on the top, that one says BU. And then I just found those imagination stickers and put I love you on it, and I wanted that card to be super simple, and I didn't want any distractions, so I'm leaving that there. Now what that does is it makes the card next to it look extremely, that's also extremely simple. I was going to leave it the way that it was. It's just two cards that are too plain right next to each other. So I'm looking now for another card to put next to this one, just so that there's not two simple cards next to each other. And I come up with a black and white zebra stripe card, and I'm going to pull out another picture to put on that one. So then I'm going around the corners, and these cards they all came from the same place. I can't remember if it was Snap or We Are Memory Keepers, but they're lighter weight than the Becky Higgins cards, and they do not fit in the page protectors. You always have to trim about 1/8 of an inch off. And then I have some really old tag stickers that I got when I purchased something on eBay, so I used that as a photo mount on that card. And then I found these K & Company snow 3D stickers, and I'm going to use those up around the page. And there was another one of those cards that says friends, and that's my daughter and her friend. And then another label behind that picture of my dog outside, and then I put the 2 mittens on top of them. I'm on the bottom cards now. There's another label. I started hurrying because my camera was going dead. But I'm going to actually use up, it says building a snowman, and those are from Stickos. They're called labels. I'm just going to round the corners. And then see if I can find a couple more of those cut and paste labels, and I am bound and determined to use these K & Company stickers up. I found that coffee mug. It says snuggle up. So I put I put the snuggle up next to the picture of my daughter and Tom. And then I put the cozy coffee cup next to the picture of the 2 dogs sleeping. And I managed to use that entire set of stickers up and threw the sheet away, so I was super happy about that. And that last photo is actually a picture of a snowman I built. It was about a whole 6 inches tall, and that was the only snowman we built this year. And then that one, I'm using the Daily Flash stickers again, and it says King of the Cold. And that's my dog King, so it's kind of a play on words. So that's about it for this Project Life Process video. I really appreciate you watching, and you will see some still shots at the end. Thank you, and have a great day.